What's up, guys? Welcome back to A Couple Nurses. It's Cordero.
And your girl, Monica.
In today's video, we're going to talk about Monica's graduation. She finished up, so we're going to dive into it in today's video. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Monica graduated. How you feeling?
It's still surreal, to be honest. It finally kind of like hit me, but I still can't believe it because you're stuck for like 3 years, plus however long it took you, to even get into school, the whole ICU, nursing school, and everything like together.
It's CRNA school. We didn't even talk about it.
It's CRNA school. It's CRNA school. I mean, it sucks. You can't. There's no way to sugarcoat that. So it's really strange for me to be at home, actually chilling, not doing anything, and just kind of melting on the couch, and being able to work out, take care of myself, eat right, and most importantly, we are back together in the same state, so it just makes things a lot easier. So that factor of being away from each other plays a huge role. Not necessarily like in our relationship, but just being apart from your loved one kind of heightens that stress. So at least it did for me. Super excited to be finally done. I don't think I ever want to go back to school. So yeah. Yeah,
so in this video, I'm going to ask Monica some questions, and kind of just see what her thoughts are about it. These are questions that a lot of people ask about CRNA school. I still have 6 months left, so I'm not technically qualified to answer these yet because I'm not done. So we'll ask Monica some questions and hope you guys can get some value from it. Before we get to the questions, be sure to like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the bottom for us. And if you find any value in today's video, put Nurses Rock in the comment box. All right, let's get into it. All right, question number 1, Monica. How do you feel now that you're done with CRNA school, and would you ever do it again?
I think it's too fresh to ask me that because I haven't gone to work and make money. You're going to clinicals. Most schools don't provide any kind of compensation for you as a student.
Touché.
And so I haven't gotten that big first check, and really I haven't experienced that first like 6 months to a year of being a CRNA and not having essentially somebody holding your hand as a security behind you. I would say right now I would not go back.
So bad, guys.
I'm a forward thinker kind of person though, so I do understand that it's definitely going to be worth the investment, worth the time, the hassle, and everything that we went through. But I can't answer that confidently right now. Like if
we'll ask you in 8 months.
In 6-8 months, ask me. But right now, no. Like I'm still traumatized. Like that was trauma.
Yeah, real life trauma.
It's doable, guys. Like don't take that word in terms of like a threat or to kind of just make it scary for you not to apply and pursue those goals. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's definitely challenging, but it's definitely doable. But no, I would not go back right now.
It's hard. What do you think was the hardest part about CRNA school?
I think that deserves multiple answers. Number 1, for sure, if I was going to rate the number 1, was definitely being away from you. That's very hard because, like I said, CRNA school is doable, but with a support system,
100%.
It's so much easier. Everyone's journey is completely different, and I had classmates from other programs or my own program. They were living with their spouse, and just to come home to somebody that you're familiar with and understands your stress, and one can help you cook, can help you clean, can help you meal prep, can help you take off all these other stressors and other things in life that you can't control, I feel like would have made my experience a lot easier in a sense. So I definitely rate number 1 as being away from my spouse, one of the most difficult things.
Before you continue, I want to cut in too, because whenever we were asking people about CRNA school and how to prepare for it, a lot of the times people would say, make sure you have your support system intact. And that's kind of one of those little buzzwords, little phrases you hear, and you're kind of like, yeah, okay, like support system, whatever. Like I need to get to, I need to know what I need to know for school, know, but the support system is huge. Man. It's so big. So, CRNA school is one of those things where a lot of people break up, and there's a lot of relationship problems that can go on in CRNA school. So if you can't find support, whether that be with your parents, whether that be with your spouse, whether that be brothers, sisters, friends, like take all the help and support that you can, because our family and friends have helped us so much through our journey. So yeah, don't just take that little word with a grain of salt. Like really internalize it and get your shit set up.
Yeah, and to add, of course, to what he said, even though we were long distance, which was extremely difficult, having somebody that's in a CRNA program and understands the rigors that you're going through, it made it so much easier, because like, you know, you get home from clinicals or you've had like a 12-hour study day, the last thing that you want to do is talk on the phone sometimes. The last thing you want to do is be on FaceTime. The last thing you want to do is just anything. Even just simple like, hey, I'm really tired right now, like we can talk later, or just like talking on my way to clinicals. Like it just made it easier because he understands what I'm going through, I understand what he's going through, and so like I said, it just makes it easier when somebody that's going through the same journey as you understands. So definitely. And on top of everything else that he had said, it does take a village. Although I was away from my spouse, I had such amazing friends, mentors, my mom, my dad, you know, my sister sending me $20 for Starbucks here and there. Just it literally takes a village. Like, make sure you have those people nearby and grow with those connections as you continue through your journey.
For sure.
Now moving on just to another, in my opinion, thing that was difficult is you're gonna encounter a lot of difficult personalities, great personalities, but the difficult ones seem to just kind of shine on through. Mm-hmm. Just remember that there's that light at the end of the tunnel, and that your main goal and priority is to get through your program, whether those stressors are coming from your classmates, other life stressors that are out of your control, special personalities that you're going to encounter in the OR. That doesn't always mean the CRNA that's precepting you. That could be anyone that's a part of the OR team, surgeons, OR nurses. So just always keep that in mind, that there's a specific end goal that you're trying to reach, and don't let anyone bring you down. It is difficult, but sometimes keeping your mouth shut is better than retaliating. So always keep that in your back pocket. And I would say the third most challenging thing is, especially during the didactic process for my program, it was a front-loaded program. So mine was divided into semesters. 18 credit hours is crazy, and I still think it's ridiculous. It's so much. It's doable. It's definitely doable, obviously, but it is not fun. So having to continuously feel like you're just treading above water but constantly drowning at the same time. Every day. I feel like that's what it felt like during didactic, and even then so on as you're going through your clinical practicum, working on your DNP project, and studying for your big C exam if your program does partake in that, and as well as in planning for boards.
Yeah, you sound like a motivational speaker. That's some good stuff. Jeez. So the next question is, how did you afford CRNA school, and how did you save money throughout the program?
So, loaded question, short answer. We did some travel nursing together, paid a few loans off in terms of like FAFSA financial aid. In the grand scheme of things, the loans are gonna be there. You have to have, again, forward thinking and understand that it's an investment that you're making, and you're gonna be okay. If you ever need some kind of motivation, go on GasWorks, go on the ANA website, check out jobs. But for me, in terms of being able to afford it, I pulled out max loans, and as well as having the support of my parents helping pay for my car notes, my insurance, and other loans that I had. They were paying interest on those loans so it wouldn't accrue. That's how I was able to afford CRNA school. Him and I, obviously, we had a good chunk of money that was placed towards our emergency fund, and as well as our travel fund, because we knew that we were gonna be in separate programs, so we planned that ahead. And that allowed us to go have a few visits between each other. We were able to take a nice trip, you know, after my first, after my first year of school, we were able to take a nice trip for New Year's.
Yeah.
That was the true break that I really had in my program, so we took full advantage of that. But pretty much, like I said, all those savings helped pay for us to go see each other, you know, fix our cars whenever they got damaged, get some new tires, etc., etc.
All right, another thing we did to kind of save up money is to get state healthcare. That helped a lot. So, you know, Medicaid, Medicare, you know, you can qualify for that. You just pretty much just fill out an application and tell them that you're not making any money. We were able to do that in both the states that we were in our programs for. I was also able to get some supplemental nutrition assistant program, SNAP, which is food stamps essentially. So that was able to help me out a little bit too.
The thing is, in terms of the state that I was in, whenever you qualify for Medicaid, when you qualify for food stamps, you also start qualifying for other discounts. I'm telling you guys, Google is it. You need to like actually just type in some things, put in whatever state you're in, and government support, and you will find loads of things. Is it time consuming? Yes. But is it worth it? Absolutely. I was getting discounted prices on my electricity bill, and I wasn't paying any for my like Wi-Fi. I was getting free Wi-Fi. Sometimes you'll get discounts at other services, so just make sure that you do your research and that you look, you know, especially once you get accepted into your program, that should be your next priority. Stop asking the questions if you need to be studying before you start your CRNA program. The answer is always going to be no, at least from us and at least from a lot of other people. You need to be enjoying your free time, and on top of that, learning. If anything, I'm going to tell you any other advice on that is make sure that you kind of catch up on the ways that you used to learn, or check on the certain applications that you're going to be using in your program, such as Notability, such as Notion, things of that nature. Or what's the other popular one that people like, Quizlet or Anki. Check into those programs and see how they work. That's what you should be doing before you start your program. And
how many hours a week did you study?
For didactics, for boards, for C?
If somebody asked you how many.
I mean, what would you say? You're the one.
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time
job, literally. I guess during didactic, how many hours a week were you studying?
I mean, 18 credit hours. What is it? Don't they say that for every credit hour you should study what?
I don't even know. I would just study until I feel like until I knew it.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much.
I'm gonna say on average 6 hours a day. Weekends I would OD and hit about 10 to 12
hours.
Yep.
So 6 times 4, 24, plus another 24. So about 48 hours.
Somebody check that math. But yeah. It's a full-time job, and that's what I told myself. I was like, all right, I'm at work for 12 hours 3 times a day. Let's kind of like play this the same exact way. I'd come home after having 2 classes, a full day, eat, gym, and then I would re-review the things that I had learned that day and catch up on things that I wasn't quite understanding. And it was just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Weekends, it was learning brand new information. So
what about board prep?
Board prep, I didn't think I changed much of how I studied in terms of hours. I still put in a lot of hours because my way of thinking is that if I let off the gas at the very end, then it's gonna end up biting me in the butt. You know, this is how I've been studying for this long, and it obviously works, and repetition is key for me. And so I studied about 10 hours on average a day for boards every day. Right? Yeah, for about a month. Yeah, and I did the same thing for C for about 2 months. So yeah. All
right, last question. What's next for you?
Just enjoy my next 2 months and a half of just chilling, working out, hanging out with the fam bam, little Mia, Thor's down there, and enjoying this much needed time off before my credentialing is complete at the hospital that I signed for. And I'm just so thrilled to, 1, being paid, and 2, being able to do what I truly have a passion for. So I'm really excited to get into the OR, excited to apply everything that I learned in school and continue to learn and adapt to the, you know, new environment. So I'm just ready to provide patient care.
All right, awesome. All right, guys, we could talk about this all day, but unfortunately we have to stop the video, obviously. So if you have any questions about CRNA school, you know, finishing up, she's about to be a CRNA, well, she is a CRNA.
I am a CRNA.
Board certified.
Board certified, baby.
So, you know, we want to answer these questions while it's fresh on us. We don't want to be coming back 2-3 years from now trying to give you guys advice on CRNA school. We want to answer it while we're in the mix. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them down in the comment box. But until next time, we'll see you. Peace.